So I decided that I was going to start a vlog to share with people things that are on my mind. It's going to be called Keeping It Real with Jill. I know, clever. Um, People tell me all the time that, I'm just too real for some people. Some people call it mean. I prefer that it's just keeping it real. I like to just let people know, like, these are the facts, this is what it is, and like it or not, that's how I feel. I say it's not mean because there's never like a malicious intent, and I don't like to hurt people's feelings or anything like that, but I do believe in being direct and like not piddle paddling around what you're trying to say. And I think that sometimes people need to hear the reality of things, maybe to make a change or to do something different. I think it helps them. Like, I'm not one of those people that are just going to like hold your hand and say what you want to hear. I want to be supportive, but I also want to be helpful. And sometimes you have to tell people what you're really thinking, like how I'm helping you if I'm thinking something different in my head, but then I'm telling you what you want to hear. So anyway, today's subject, random subject, is why men in their 30s and 40s are still single. So I'm basing this on my past experiences and on some of my girlfriends that are still single, like things that they go through or that they hear. So I'm just going to throw this out there, and I don't know who it might offend or what they might say about it later, but obviously, I'm looking at how bad right now. My hair is like all frizzy on top. But anyway, that's going to be lovely. So let's keep keeping it real with myself. My hair looks frizzy on top right now. But anyway, somebody else will probably say it, so I beat you to the punch. Anyway, so single men in their 30s and 40s. Let's talk about that. Why are you still single in your 30s and 40s? And I guarantee you most men will tell you that it is their choice, that they want to be single or they haven't met the right lady yet. The first one may be true. The second one is probably not true. Because if you've dated women and you're in your 30s and 40s, you've probably dated a fair share of women. And it's hard for me to believe that not one of those women would have qualified to be good enough to be a spouse. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have terrible taste in women. Or maybe the reason you're single is because you're waiting for this female that you have a concept of based on from the internet or movies or something where you think they're supposed to look a certain way. I think the internet, women contribute to why men feel this way as well, because women, all these Instagram pictures of like women half naked and these modeling pictures that people post. The Instagram, the internet in general, has really got a lot of men twisted because they have this idea that a woman really is supposed to look like a perfect 10 and have like big boobs and a big old butt. Some of that stuff on the internet, if y'all think that a butt like big as a Honda Civic is cute, I don't get it. But anyway, I'm not a man, so, but some of that is like doing too much is what I call it, doing too much. But anyway, and like you'll notice I jump around a lot because my mind races and like it's always going 101 different directions. So anyway, back to what I was saying about men have like this image of women that they're supposed to look like a perfect 10. They're going to look like the women that they see on TV that like have a ton of makeup on and have great lighting. And honestly, man, do you see women that look like that when you're walking around on the street, when you go to the mall or McDonald's or wherever you're going during the day, your job? Do you see women walking around looking like that? Unless you live in California, like Beverly Hills, Orange County, probably don't see many women. Miami, we'll say Miami. But if you live in a regular town, probably ain't seeing those supermodels walking around. So waiting for that woman that you're looking at on the internet to come into your life, and not even knowing anything about her. She probably can't cook. She probably don't clean the house. Like, you don't know anything about her. You just know what she looks. So first of all, a lot of you men who are single, you're single because you're too worried about what a woman looks like, and you have this unattainable image of her. And women, like I said, it's partly our fault, because there are women that put those pictures up there. There's women that go get those photos done and they put them up there. And I mean, there are women that look like that. Good for them. I'm not jealous. Like, if I want a big old butt, I mean, I couldn't afford one. Personally, I can't go out there and buy a big old butt implant. But if I wanted one, and if I had the money, or if I wanted one even bad enough, I could find a way to pay for one, to have one. So when people say you're just jealous because you don't have that, no, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of that, at least. Skinny, yeah, I might be a little jealous of being skinny, but not to the point where it's affecting my life. But anyway, so men need to first, number one, give up on this idea of that you're going to meet a woman that looks like some of those women that you be seeing in movies or on the internet. 25 years ago, the internet wasn't big like that. That's why more people got married. People weren't holding out for that Instagram woman to walk into your life. So number one, stop living in your fantasy land of Instagram and online, and look at the real women that are around you, and look at something more than just like what they physically look like. They don't have to be a 10. Maybe she's a little overweight, but maybe she has a pretty face. Maybe, her teeth are crooked, but everything else about her is great. I mean, you gotta do a little give and take. We do a little give and take. Trust me. I don't know any perfect man. So we all do a little give and take about what we want. So y'all gotta get past that physical look and stuff like that. Secondly, y'all got to stop holding out for some woman who is just gonna be perfect. She's gonna do everything and listen to you and everything. Like, you're not gonna find the perfect woman. So keep on waiting on that perfect woman, and all I can tell you is you're going to miss the bus. And when I say miss the bus, you're going to miss your opportunity. Because what's going to happen is you're 30 and 40 now, and that's cute and all, that, you still look nice, and you're out there and you're single and you're a player or whatever it is that your reputation is. Like, that's great for you. And I hope that you're living it up and loving it as much as you probably try to convince people that you are. But even if you are, like, that's all grand and good. Let's say that from the time you're like 27 to the time you're 40, you're like Mr. Single, Mr. Rico Suave, like, you're happy and life is good. I hope that's the case. But let's talk about what happens when you get to be 50 and 55 and you're starting to think, okay, well, I want to settle down now. You want to settle down now when you're 50 or 55. No, you want to find a woman who's going to help take care of you now is what you want. And you realize that maybe the women ain't coming like they used to, so you just need to pick one and settle on down. Let me tell you something, guys.